Good morning. Happy Sunday, November 30th, 2025. And I decided instead of doing my little devotional, how about if we start an Advent plan? And for the next 25 days, starting today. How about that? So the devotional, courtesy of YouVersion, it's called Advent, following Jesus through the first Christmas. 25 days of Advent truth. And let's start. Before Jesus was born, the world awaited in darkness. Generation after generation held on to the hope that God would keep his promises. Through Isaiah, God spoke to a weary people. A great light was coming. This light will increase their joy and lift the burdens that weighed them down. Every word of Isaiah's pointed to Jesus, the one who brings joy that cannot fade, freedom that cannot be taken away, and a kingdom that never ends. These words will speak to us today. Maybe you know what it feels like to wait for God to move. It can feel heavy, and you wonder when relief will come. These words fulfilled in Jesus remind us that God never forgets his people. Jesus is the light that still breaks through every kind of darkness, fear, grief, disappointment, and doubt. Wherever you feel the weight of waiting, his light meets you there. His timing may stretch us, but he never fails us. God keeps his promises. He restores joy, and he lifts the burdens we cannot carry on our own. What promise are you still waiting for God to fulfill? You can trust that he's still working, even if you can't see what he's doing yet. What is one way you've seen God bring joy or lift a burden in your life? Can you name one at least? I can tell you a recent one. Last night, when I picked up my son and my grandson at the airport and having their hug and their kiss and hearing their voice, that's a lot of joy knowing that they arrived safely. There are so many things to be thankful. Let's read the verse, which is Isaiah. Let's read Isaiah 9, 1 through 7. And it says, "Nevertheless, the gloom will not be upon her who is distressed, as when at first he lightly esteemed the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward more heavily oppressed her by the way of the sea beyond the Jordan, in Galilee of the Gentiles. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them a light has shined. You have multiplied the nation and increased its joy. They rejoice before you according to the joy of harvest, as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For you have broken the yoke of his burden and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian. For every warrior's sandal from the noisy battle and garments rolled in blood will be used for burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice. From that time forward, even forever, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. God, keep shining your light in the dark world. Lift the weight I carry and fill me with the joy that only you can give. Help me trust your timing and remember that you always keep your word. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. I'll see you tomorrow. Be blessed.